Hello and welcome to the next episode. Now in the last one we have built our first Titan fleet that is going to Hesperia, one of the alien bases in the belt. And this is going to be the highlight of this episode in 132 days that we're going to take out this one here. Let's see how that all works out and what it will cost. Of course, in between there will be two fights here. Another invasion fleet is going to arrive with some assault carriers, but the escort here is pretty weak. And there's another 3 Titan fleet here, which has a high combat rating, but it's basically these 3 Titans and a bit of stuff. So this is also not really a challenge that I see here. Interesting will be the Mars fleet here, but that's in a year. So that's probably going to be either at the end of this episode or in the next one, I mean, depending how everything plays out. But let's see. In total, so we are going to probably jump forward here. On Earth itself, I'm considering if it's now time to break into China, just take it over. We don't really have enough managing control points because we do need roughly 38 times 6, so 220 or something, I don't know, but we don't have this, so I'm considering to maybe go into the admin centers here, how are they called? The administration node and then the upgrade administration tower. Build a few of those in Leo, in our stations here, and then continue from there. But I'm not 100% sure yet. So maybe we could also just pull it off by doing a few management researches here. Here to get +5. We also still have the common concern here, which gives us 10, I think. Is there another one? I'm not 100% sure right now. I don't think so. Ah yeah, here, loyalty training also gives +10. So we could get +20 here from these techs. So that could also be an option to just go this way for now. But I think I will go all of that because we do have the. In regards to projects, the only important one will be the phasers when the ultraviolet combat lasers are done. But that's still a few months away, and until that we are just going to do whatever is useful for us here. So basically, let's jump forward to the more interesting parts of this episode. Let's see if we can break into the asteroid belt of the aliens here. Okay, here we go. Our fleet has reached Hesperia. Let's see what happens here. Oh, we're getting intercepted. Okay, in this case we just raid it out and we fight it. It's only 4 ships, okay. No problem, that shouldn't be an issue in my eyes. So let's go with the Great Wall here. Here we go. Actually, let's go slower. Because whatever they have, that might... let's see in a second what they get. Because I checked part of the fleet earlier, and they do have a lot of ships with torpedoes here around this asteroid. And torpedoes are our biggest weakness currently, due to the fact that they are relatively fast, can adjust their trajectory, and therefore this can confuse the autocannons a bit. So we have to be a bit more careful with torpedo class ships, and we do have here actually, yeah, all of them. Okay, the Titan doesn't, but all of them bring the torpedoes here, 3 or 4. So that's exactly the problem. At least they are not going for the same ship, which is good. And now we have to hope that we can intercept everything and that there are enough lasers. We still don't have the phaser point defenses here on these Titans, so that's also a thing. By the looks of it, this has been intercepted nicely. Wait a second, we should do this. Yes, right. So that we orient towards the ships. And now let's just accelerate a bit, because when these mech shots arrive here, they will be dead. And these mech shots here shouldn't be a problem at all. At least on paper. So this ship is pretty much toast, and the Titan as well. There we go, first hit arrived. Oh, this one That's not great. How about you will retarget to this ship here? Because we need to be able to properly intercept these mech shots here. And the Titan is also toast now. There we go. A few crits, and let's all target now on this guy. Let's see how quickly it will die. Let's speed up a bit, and yeah, we don't have lasers yet, so we really need the phaser things on the map here, the phaser titans. Then all of this would be a lot easier to defend against. Hit. The last one hit. Great. But it should be still fine, right? Yeah. Bit of damage here. A lot of promotions. Oh, only 0.15 exotics. That's like nothing. We can't afford anything from this. Okay, and now we go for the head itself. So let's go. And let's see what that will yield as a result. Oh, the demands is done.
I suppose this.
We're not going to read this. Now we go into purpose. We ever want to unlock the final goal. Or the final mission, more or less. Okay, we have our planned duty ships here around Earth, which are helping to get rid of some of the alien plants here now. So in the next weeks to months, this will all get better. So they are now targeting Chennai here. All good. So that's down here, getting rid of that plant. And there is a fleet flying to Hesperia now. So they are trying to... 18 days. They only need 18 days from, I guess that's Ceres to Hesperia. Yeah. 18 days. Wow, that's close. That's really, really close. So when the assault is done, I think we are going to have to make a shipyard first. Another one. Frigates, monitors, and battle cruisers. Interesting. That takes 100 days. Let's see what we get here. A live avian, a theropod, 2.6 exotics, so that's one Titan. And now what do we do? So we could try to jump this fleet here. Are these fleets here? Ooh, 12 ships. And that's a lot of torpedoes. I don't feel comfortable with all these torpedoes here. These are mech cannons, small torpedoes, lasers, more torpedoes even here. And here we got torpedoes again and mech cannons. That's a bit much combined with the station in my eyes. So let's go to high orbit, make a station, refuel, and let's raid out what happens here. Because they will intercept us as soon as the other fleet arrive here. I'm pretty sure. Ooh, a new mine. Now we are up to 500 mining of noble. That's good. So, interesting. Also good. That's a favorite, definitely. So now we're going to make a station here. We go for the... We definitely want the construction module there. We want also the base stock done. And we still have 10 energy left, so we can also go into supply depot for now. Here we go. A supply depot doesn't even cost energy. So that's... We are going to wait here a bit. See what happens. We are going to refuel, restock. And we are going to wait for a good moment to jump these fleets here. We could even decide to fly away again and go for another mining base like Themis here when we have refueled. We are in no hurry to take out the battle stations here. Because we don't need to right now. Getting some exotics from the assaults is pretty good. Fuel is not a problem for us here. But we don't necessarily need to take a costly fight here. And yeah, I think I could win it. That's my expectation. but I think I would take losses at least like 5 ships or something. I don't want to afford this right now. Because this would prevent us from flying somewhere else and invade something else. So what I'm going to do now is build up that station and wait for them to intercept us again, and maybe the fleet afterwards is weak enough that we can take it out without losses. That would be the ideal scenario. So let's jump forward and see what exactly happens when in 20 or 18, 17 days the other fleet arrives here at the asteroid here. Okay, and here we go. The aliens have decided to form up a new fleet around how it's called Hesperia, and has launched it towards our station in high orbit of it. So let's see what they are bringing us. Crew cruisers. Okay, that's nothing. Not even Titan. They brought 2 Titans over. Why do they not send them here? I'm confused. I guess we are going to defeat it here. Yeah, you're not repaired yet, but that's okay. The damage that is mentioned here is mostly from the Marines, so still have enough shots left on our guns here from this fleet. So let's start the battle here. Let's see what happens. And we are not going to stay... Actually, that's a lot of torpedoes again. I didn't check in detail right now, but I guess there are a lot of torpedoes. So we go with 400 again, just to have a bit more time to intercept stuff. Yeah, there's torpedo classes here and here as well. Okay, so this is more of the same stuff again. And how do we do this? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give every Titan a target. And then let's see what's left over afterwards. So, because the important part is that the coil gun... I mean not the coil gun, but the siege coilers here. Okay, Rising Sun and Eureka. And then we go here. This Echo Enterprise. And then we still have a few left. So these ones could go, for example, on the cruisers here as well. And then let's leave these 4 here for those who are flanking us. I mean, it will take about 30 days until the space dock is done, and then another 60 days until the shipyard is done. I assume that we have to wait this long. So it depends a bit how many fights we have to engage here, or if we can jump the battle station anytime soon. Because the biggest problem will be that our... where are they? The autocannons run out of ammunition. So they used 300 in the last fight, so we can basically afford another 5 fights, maybe 3 to 4 after this one. Okay, so you are going to go for this one here, you go for this flanker, you go for this flanker, and Expedition, you go for this flanker here. There we go. Now let's slow down because we have to observe what the torpedoes will do. I hope nothing gets through. Ooh, that's dangerously close for my liking. But it's still... Oh, that's a bit too much here on the right side by the looks of it. Where are you going though? Yeah, that's dangerously close. Yeah, this goes... Okay, this one is dead. Yeah. One down, unfortunately. Yeah, torpedoes are really our weak spot. So we're taking heavy damage on this guy here as well. He will probably burn out. Oh no, it's the left side here. Okay, this one is dead, but we also took damage somewhere here. Why did that? Okay, they are too far away yet still, so that's why so many back shots went for the other ships, for the central ship here. Ah, that's not great. That's all not great here. torpedoes. There's another wave of torpedoes coming there. Not great either. Yeah, maybe I didn't fight this properly. Let's check out these torpedoes here. Can we intercept them? Hey, come on, stay. Okay, that's at least we can get rid of those guys here. And now the static fleet is dead. Or at least most of it. A few more torpedoes here. By the way, we are still lacking A and ECM. I'm not sure what we need for this. Did we get unlucky with the unlock chance? That would be unfortunate. Okay, the left side definitely needs to refocus here. Also towards you. You. And you again. But we are better aligned to take out these mech shots here. The Eureka, if possible, should also rotate, but I think it's too late for that ship. That's not great. I think the Eureka's dead. Another torpedo arriving here. A lot of mech shots coming in. At least this ship is down in a second. I think you should focus here, and you as well. And you should focus on this one. Yeah. Not great here. And I think I still have to train a bit how to handle these Titan fleets here. Especially without phasers. Phasers are super helpful against these flankers. And coil guns are of course the weakest solution for this. But in the worst case we just sacrifice the fleet and wait until we have some phasers out, which are currently researching. Problem is that we don't have the exotics for all of that. I need to investigate. We could cancel some of the high-tech Titans with coil guns to instead build more phaser Titans. That actually might be a solution for this problem here. Okay, this one is down as well. So now we have to get rid of the flanking ships here. So who is still aligned towards the center? These guys here. Most dangerous one is this one there, Prevailing Wind. And you. Prevailing Wind, you. Okay, that's all good. Yeah, the Eurekas. Something will get through here anytime pretty soon, probably. And then this one is dead. These ones are just too far away currently for us to hit them in any reasonable amount of time. Okay, I'm going to speed forward to see what the result of this battle will be. Okay, here we go, we got it done. So, the solution was actually that the cruisers that were flanking us were slowly running out of fuel, and so the maneuvers stopped eventually, and then they were dead immediately. And we, of course, lost the Eureka, so I think we only lost 2 ships here. But still enough, in my eyes. Yeah, 2 ships went down. 0.6 exotics, that's like nothing. A lot of promotions though, that's good. And yeah, so this is all a problem there. Sojourner Truth here, the platform will be done on 16th August, so almost done. And then we go into the orbital, of course, directly. Space dock is done on 31st of August as well. So everything relatively soon, so we can at least have fuel. And that will be a good thing. But of course we just lost two Titans here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to stop the very expensive Titans here, the version 3 Titans, from construction. Because the main reason is that I want to use the exotics for phasers. And else we don't have enough to build anything. So all version 3 have to be stopped, even though they are almost done, like here, here, and here, here. This is of course unfortunate, but it's a minor delay. Like half a year or something. This one, this one, this one. Okay, that's it, I guess. Yeah. We also have no other Titans under construction now, but we do have enough resources to do stuff now. So what we need to do now is finish up these phaser batteries and cannons here. So let's just quickly do it, 24th of August. And then we can investigate a new design here. Okay, here we are. The phaser batteries are done. And also the phaser cannon is done. Good. We definitely want this one now. And we also want to finish up these ones here. So let's check out some Titan design again. Let's take the Laser Titan version 3 as a base here and investigate what we can do. So the general concept here of the generator and everything stays the same. We could consider to not use the hybrid armor, because this one costs, of course, 1.9 here, or 1.36 here. We could consider to just use the adamantine army here on the side. There we go. This, of course, increases the weight significantly. The radiator is only 0.12, so I'm going to keep this. And so we are down to 0.71 exotics for now. But now we go into the laser weapons here. So we're going to remove these ones. We're also going to remove the Marines, because here we do have some other things to consider. So we could build... something like, I don't know, like this here. Then we have a lot of phasers with 900 kilometer range, or 800. Which is really good against flankers. Or we go heavy. So 200, 300, 200 megajoules. Or we go into one big cannon here, which has 400 megajoules. So the smaller ones in total deal more damage. But it of course also has less range. And the big one also... the armor effectiveness is significantly lower. So this one really blasts through 1000 kilometers. This is a really big cannon. So I think we're going to go with the big one. And then lasers here. We can get rid of the laser turret, the arc laser turret. Ah yeah, we can also remove these ones here. So point defense, phasers, and we can get... I know we want to keep the arc laser batteries for our plant ships. Another big question is, do we want to have 2 or 1? 150 megajoule, 250 megajoule. 37% effectiveness at 600 kilometers. 167%. Yeah, so the big one is significantly better at long range. So let's do this. Yeah, another big question is, okay, what do we do? We could throw in multiple of the advanced laser engines to get another 20 megajoules on top of this, which is an increase of about 5%. Or we just use again Marines, but I think I'm going to do a mixture of both here, which means I'm going to just do 2 laser engines and then 2 Marines here. There we go. Let's see the cost. 6 exotics. Ouch. So we can build 5 of them. 5, and then we are out of exotics again. And removing the armor will not do a lot. No. It's this one here. These cost 1.6 and 3.6. If we were to go down into the smaller modules, this one would cost 0.78. So in total, only a minor addition, so it's like 1.5 to 1.6. And in the nose department, we do have 3.6 versus 2 plus 1. It's 4.4, so actually that's more. Yeah, so this is more or less the cheap. Now we can't do this, do 2 times 2 here. But I don't think I will do it. So we are going with the Titan laser phaser version 1. Or let's call it version 3 so that we are not confused with the other ones here. There we go. And then let's throw it into our fastest queue. Let's use this button here. And how many do we have? This was space work here. There's one here. One more. Do we have one more space work? Yeah, there's one more here. Yeah, I need to refactor the transit station as well. I wanted to make space works there as well. Yeah, 200 days, then we do have some phaser titans on the map. We can't afford it, really. 0.05, okay. Unfortunate. So we have to find exotics somewhere. 0.51 or something like that. Not cool. But that's our situation now. And now the big question is, okay, what else do we do? Because we are really short on nobles, on exotics now. We could build a green phaser. Yes, we could. So let's check them out. Actually, I think I obsoleted them. So the green phaser, green laser, green arc. Did I not research them yet? Ah, no, here they are. I made them obsolete and I prioritized them. So these can. Let's check them out here in detail and in comparison. So the green phaser cannon will get us a 960 centimeter green phaser cannon with 4 slots, which will deal 400. Even this one uses exotics. Damn it. Okay, I need to think about it, what we can do here to continue increase our fleet without costing us too many exotics. So I really need to think about this. Okay, I've progressed a tiny bit and I made a few decisions. But we got a nice event which I used to as a stopping point here and probably as the end of this episode. We got the diamonds from the sky event, which is I have never had before. And this one is quite nice. There was an event before where we had to make a decision if we want to mine the diamonds or not, but we did now. And so we are able to complete our preparations to extract a large quantity of diamonds from Mercury's surface. And we can either get a lot of volatiles and an income of volatiles plus 100, or we can get money and a passive money income. And I'm going to pick the diamond market crash. Is quite interesting. There is a follow-up event, but I'm not going to pick this one either, because the income of volatiles is a lot better here. So we get, first of all, we get almost 18,000 flat volatiles here, which is massive, which is like almost doubling our existing stockpile of volatiles. So volatiles will not be a problem anymore, but also the income is nice. So 1.100, which is quite a decent addition. I also made a decision in between here in regards to the ship designs. I made a few new classes of ships here, which is the version 2A here. of the autocannon version, and I made a new torpedo class ship, which has Artemis torpedoes on it. I'm still thinking if I can maybe upgrade them, so I'm going to investigate the tech tree. Maybe I want to build different torpedoes, but then we can just throw them into the shipyard for a few days to get the other torpedoes in if you want to. They only did the upgrades here to the Fine Confusion Reactor 4 and the Exotic Spike Radiator, and then some magazines instead of Marines. So the idea of these ones is that they can take care of the flankers better than we can do with the autocannons and the coil guns that we currently have. And I also did the variants of the laser one, where we just went into the phaser point defense here, and also the generator upgrade. And that's basically it. So a few more ships are under construction. I mean, the phasers we already constructed 7 of those, and now, I mean, we can't build 7. I think it's only 6 that are under construction, or 4, but we are waiting for the exotics to come in. And then 7, 11, 16 of these other ones here. And I also did a decision in regards to what we do with the Titans that have constructed in the meantime, which I separated out here. So some of the version 3 Titans here, I have sent them to Hesperia. They will arrive in 80 days to reinforce our Hesperia fleet, which is now repairing in the space dock on Hesperia. But yeah, so let's see. When these ones arrive, we maybe have enough to actually take the fleet. That would be more or less the idea here. So where is my asteroid here? At this rock here. Hesperia, there we go. And it's still 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ships are here. So that's okay though. I think we can maybe do this. With 24 ships, we can maybe take it on. That would be the attempt I want to do. Although there is a reinforcement here. 3 ships here. 2 ships here. A large movement to Ozonia. That's probably a new attack forming up here. We do have another attack coming in to Low Earth with 10 ships, so that's not too worried. I'm not too worried about it. This one is a bit concerning here. 16 ships towards Mars. Another 9 here. Actually, what's in here? Let's see. 1 Titan. That's okay though. And there's this one. Yeah, 17 ships in total. I really hope that we can hold that with our Mars defense fleets. We only have 29 ships here, and it's also a few of those are still the old destroyers and monitors here, so that's going to be a rough fight. Yeah, that's good. Actually, wait a second. Can we? We have 158 days left. And do we have a big fight around Earth here? There's only 10 ships here. And then another 9 ships in 280 days. So maybe that makes sense. If we have a few Titans left over here, 5 in total, we could send them over to Mars here. 12 weeks, 24th of November. Is that in time? Yes, that is actually in time. Yeah, let's do this. I think that's a good idea. Because the fight I'm a bit too worried about. So go for the shipyard itself, refuel, and then... Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Because we only have 5 less, so 24 ships here that are decent. Versus 17 of the enemy. Yeah, that's too dangerous. Especially if they have a lot of coil guns, for example. This one has a lot. Oh, that's a lot of torpedoes as well. Yeah, this could get very dangerous really soon. Really. Yeah, that's a lot of torpedoes here. Yeah, can't hurt to send the Titans over to help out. While we wait for the other Titans to finish, I mean, the next ones are going to be done here with from the space dock in already 188 days, so that's going to be soon. And with that, I think I'm going to more or less make a cut in this episode. Let's check out Earth for a second. We are going to see the fall of China soon. We are at 8.5 unrest here. And we were already at 9.25 from the last unrest missions here. But yeah, it could be now at any moment that we trigger a revolt here. Could be. It's still it's also very fractured now. We do have a high public opinion. Everything really nice. And so we are going to take over China as well. Although we are a bit short on control points here. So maybe, just maybe, we should consider delaying this one and do a few of the admin techs here. Not obsolete ones here. There we go. Yeah, 6,000 for 5. Not really attractive, but we need to do this. And then we can still invest some of our experience to get persuasion or something, or command to get a higher cap. So overall, pretty good. Meanwhile, we also need to... That's what the council here is going to do. Right now. We can take so many claims if we would want to. We need to generate war goals again for our nations. And also we want to move more stuff into India again. So we are already halfway there to pacify Quetta here. So we are going to release the next nation, which is going to be Karachi here, which is going to be Sindh, if I remember correctly, as a nation name. So Sindh, here we go. There we go. And Sindh is on the map here and can then be taken over by India itself. Can India afford the drop? No, it can't, but our caliphate can afford the drop in unity for the war declaration as soon as we want to. Then we are going to annex it into India and pacify it over time. Currently we do have 2 hostile claims. It's the Quetta and the Kabul province. We're going to add the 3rd one in, but in a few months this one will, the first one, 16 per month. With this one, it's basically 20 per month that we are investing into the pacification. So in 5 months, Quetta would be pacified, and the next one will be Karachi now. Actually, probably the target will switch to Karachi because this one has the bigger impact on cohesion here. So this will adapt to the strongest nation, our strongest province hitting us currently. In Europe, we are also 67 way to pacifying Almaty, which is somewhere over here. So this is all progressing nicely. The cohesion values, rest value is still terrible low. So that's why we are investing into welfare and government, and soon environment is done. We are very close to the cap now. The 5.6, so like a few weeks and then it's done. And here we are also almost done with the pacification of Hesperia. And that's of course also quite good. So we are pacifying our nations further and further. Although I don't think we will ever get a proper cohesion rest value for the African Union. Because we're currently at -3 rest value. So we would need to push to 10 government here to get the remove the -2.8 from anacracy and instead replace it with the plus, let's see, plus 1.8. So yeah, that would solve a lot, but that's going to take a few years until we are at government 10. Yeah, definitely a few years of investment here. Even though we are getting 0.05 per month, basically, yeah. Terrible. It will take forever. But doesn't matter. So here I'm going to make a cut. In the next episode, we are going to continue and see how we can continue our fight against the alien in the belt. And also we are probably going to see the next fusion reactors coming in. So the next one will be in May here. Oh no, it's this one. So in March, then this one in May, and then accelerator. So 5, 6, and this one unlocks 7. And then we have all the fusion reactors done, and we still need to decide on the drive afterwards, but we need exotics for whatever we want to do. So that's going to be our big problem to solve here. I mean, one thing on the horizon that I'm already foreseeing is that we can go into the future techs here, and the material tech will get us exotics in that scale with the amount of nanofactories that we have constructed, and we do have a decent amount of those. We have to see later if we maybe want to put even more nanofactories down to get even more exotics out of this future tech. But that's something for the future, obviously. So leave a like and subscribe, and see you in the next episode.